With the formal proceedings to set the tone for today's event, it is my honor to welcome on stage a true visionary, a leader in financial advocacy, and chairman of FIFA, Mr. Dhurv Mehta.
Good morning. Esteemed dignitaries, distinguished guests, FIFA members, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all. It is both an honor and a privilege to welcome you to the 9th Annual Conference of the Foundation of Independent Financial Associates. Next week, on 15th February, FIFA completes 13 years since its inception. Today, we have 736 registrations for this conference, an all-time high. And more importantly, members are coming from over 135 cities and representing 24 states. We truly represent a pan-India body of mutual fund distributors. As I stand before you, I feel immense pride that together we have built what we call a self-funded, purposeful association. And I would just like to take a minute to elaborate on that. The two key words are foundation and independent. Foundation signifying two things. One is that we are a not-for-profit organization. And second, our purpose is of channelizing retail household savings into the capital markets for achieving their financial well-being as well as achieving financial inclusion. We believe very strongly that this mobilization to the capital markets strengthens the economic foundation of our great nation. The second attribute I would like to emphasize is independent. I think FIFA's greatest strength is its independence. We are self-funded by the contribution of our members, and hence our actions are driven only towards building a strong foundation. We have therefore focused over these years on building a strong foundation of knowledge, self-growth, and continuous learning. We have also had constant interactions with the regulators, AMFI, AMCs, RTAs, KRAs, whether it is for better policy making or for solving operational issues. The focus of this commitment of all the office bearers, I skipped, yeah. Here you see the map of the membership of FIFA. We have emerged stronger and stronger over the years. We now have more than 4,000 members across 413 cities and managing an AUM of more than 4 lakh crores. I would like to take this moment to acknowledge the efforts of Mr. Sanjay Khatri, whose relentless dedication has resulted in 667 new members in the past 11 months. Importantly, these 667 members have come from across 179 cities. I would also take the opportunity to thank 66 of our members who have upgraded their memberships. You can see on the right-hand panel the category of memberships which we have. We have a voluntary sliding scale of membership where the fees are linked to the AUM, and we voluntarily ask members to increase their category and pay a higher fee as and when their AUM increases. I must also acknowledge the efforts of Ms. Rupa Venkatkrishnan, who along with Sanjay Khatri has traveled the length and breadth of the country over the last 1 year to spread awareness, not only about growing our business, but to spread awareness of the code of conduct and the best practices outlined by AMFI. I think we believe that with the growth of the asset management industry, it is our responsibility that we ensure a responsible growth. We should not be growing, but we need to grow responsibly. And the whole effort, therefore, has been to educate amongst our community the importance of the code of ethics and the best practice guidelines. We have been regularly publishing monthly newsletters and daily quotes. You would have seen when you entered the audience some of the quotes put on display outside. This again was a feedback from our members, from one of our members, I think about 7 years back, that we should, as a service, give daily quotes. And this was started 7 years back. For the last 7 years, without fail, every day we publish a daily quote to our members. More than 2,500 quotes have been published, and not a single one has been repeated. I still fail to imagine how we have been able to do this, and it's remarkable. And just recently, I think just maybe 7 or 10 days back, we got a feedback from a member that why do you publish only in English? And therefore, I would like to thank the FIFA team that in less than 7 days, we moved to publishing in multi-languages. And I think we are now in 11 languages we are publishing the daily quotes. So a round of applause to the FIFA team who's been able to do this. English, Gujarati, Marathi, Hindi, Bengali. A member today mentioned that it's not there in Bengali. Please make a note. It is available in Bengali, Punjabi, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and Malayalam. Coming to today's event, it is a platform to reflect on the past, celebrate our achievements and our failures, recognize emerging industry trends and challenges, and prepare for the future. I would just like to take you across 3 slides which I have in terms of data. First, reflecting the growth in AUM. I think we are all familiar with the numbers of the overall growth in the industry, but I've tried to show the growth across the various segments of the distribution channels. All the channels have been growing, whether it is the traditional channels of the individual MFDs, banks, and national distributors, along with institutionals and corporate clients, along with the new channels of fintech and advisory. I think more important is to see where the net flows are coming from the distribution industry and from the clients. A very stunning trend you will observe. Over the last 12 years, the industry has got net sales of 24 lakh crores, of which 10 lakh crores just came in the last 4 years. And if you see the distribution between equity and debt flows, you see a remarkable acceleration in the flows to equity funds and a sharp deceleration in the flows to the debt funds. In fact, over the last 4 years, I was stunned when the percentage of equity-oriented flows accounts for 93% of the total flows and only 7% into debt. The sustained growth in net inflows into equity reflects the investor confidence in mutual funds as a long-term wealth creation tool. As distributors, I think we have been at the cornerstone of creating this sustained flow. This is because, besides facilitating transactions, we have spent time and energy to educate, mentor, and instill long-term discipline among our clients. a little more detailed granular breakup of the flows. If you see from where the flows are coming, mutual fund distributors, in spite of all the challenges of direct and technology and fintechs, continue to be the largest drivers of net flows into equity. It's remarkable that the, the flow, what was there in 14, 17, 36%, we still hold on to that share of the flows. I believe this is an outcome of our unwavering commitment to guide investors, provide prudent solutions, foster financial literacy. We have ensured that we provide them investment discipline, risk management insights, and behavioral coaching. Let me take a minute to reflect on the future. I think two big trends I see. SEBI has introduced, one, the introduction of specialized investment funds, and two, the introduction of MF-light regulations. I think we need to take a signal from this. I think in the last 4 years, we've seen a lot of retail participation in the futures and options market. I think in some way, introduction of these specialized funds will allow products with futures and options inbuilt into them, and maybe therefore we have a great responsibility to ensure that individual investors come into these category of funds rather than in doing futures and options on their own. It's a big opportunity for us, just as in 2000, investors used to invest directly into stocks. But what the last 20, 30 years has shown that giving your money to a professionalized fund manager and a fund management setup is a much better option. Also, the introduction of MF-light regulations should nudge us to look at the likely growing dominance of passive funds. We need to upskill our knowledge and prepare for that. So, I think we therefore bear a great responsibility as financial educators, investor guardians, and champions of financial discipline. I think we have around 4.5 crore investors, and we should see whether we can achieve a 10x growth. And I would like to end to emphasize our logo, Sarthi Zaruri Hai. I think with the campaign Mutual Fund Sahi Hai, I think it is even more important to emphasize Sarthi Zaruri Hai. Financial markets are complex, and I think everybody needs a Sarthi in this financial journey. And to do this, I think the opportunity for each one of us is to see that can we do something 10x? Just don't look at 2x. Just don't look at doubling your AUM in the next few years. Over the last 3 years, the industry AUM has doubled in the last 3 years. We all have an opportunity to grow 10x, and I would say more than AUM. Can we as an industry move from 4.5 crore investors to 50 crores investors in the next 10 years? And this will happen by looking at 2 points. One of the points I picked up from Navneet in his last week's recent session in IFA Galaxy, and what I call, we as an industry have to move to a zero defect. In manufacturing parlance, a manufacturer looks at zero defect. I think if our service and offering is zero defect, we will get 100% trust, and that will lead to a 10x growth of the industry. Thank you very much, and wish you all a very engaging and insightful session for the day. Thank you.